I'm going to show you something that might blow your mind, particularly if you're of the younger years. Now, these are mobile phones. I found them in my cupboard the other day when I was doing a big clear out. So these are original Nokia mobile phones. Back in the day when mobile phones were simply used for calling, for sending the odd text message, which took forever because you had to type out each letter one at a time, occasionally playing Snakes on it. If you know what Snakes is, then you're probably of a generation that remembers the birth of the mobile phone. Now, my mum was one of the first people to have a mobile phone in my family. She was a consultant surgeon. She was an eye surgeon, one of the best female eye surgeons in the UK at the time. She had a mobile phone. Now, the irony was, of course, most people didn't have mobile phones, so no one ever called my mum on her mobile phone. Now, this wasn't her first one. She had a massive one, but she then upgraded to this model a few years down the line. I remember mobile phones coming in. I remember going to meet friends and we would arrange a time and a place to meet. And if your friend didn't turn up, well, you didn't meet them. One time a friend didn't come to meet me, so I actually called her landline, her parents, and I remembered all these landlines by heart. In fact, I still remember my mum's mobile phone by heart because that was the only mobile phone I would ever call outside of the landlines. So I would call the landline and say to her mum and dad, "Is Becky coming to meet me?" And they would say, yes, she's running late. And then I'd just hang out waiting on the street corner for my friend to arrive, which thankfully she would. So yeah, you would use these phones for making calls, sending the odd text message, which was very short because of the time it took to text, although I got pretty good at it, and then playing Snakes, which was very addictive. Letting this little snake go round and round and trying to avoid eating its own tail or hitting its tail, because then it was game over. Welcome to the retro age of the mobile phone, which I do believe is coming back now. I believe there is a movement where people don't want to have such connectivity to mobile phones. I remember when I was at university and I had an Apple Mac and I spoke to the Apple call center, some poor chap, and I said, "When are you going to bring out a smartphone?" And I remember this poor call center chap saying, "Oh, Apple don't have any plans for that." And then 6 months later, the iPhone was released and our life changed forever. These are the vintage mobile phones. How cool are they?